This is Reagan Conrad, and we might be seeing the last of her pretty soon. Okay, let's run it back. Girl gets job in 2022. Girl gets 4 million subs in 3 years. Girl leaves the job, then gets replaced by her maid of honor? Ah, brother, couldn't be me. Such a backstab. Said maid of honor tanks the channel, loses 1 million subs, and in 6 months can't even break 20,000 views. What if I told you those days were over? What if I told you someone's here to take her out of her misery? What if I told you Daily Wire's doing it again? But this time, it might work.
Men respond extremely well to boundaries. For example, if you let him continue getting away with cheating on you and being half in, half out of a relationship without ever committing to you or wanting to put a label on things, that's a boundary that you've set, saying it's acceptable for me to be treated that way.
So, that's Isabel Brown, AKA Reagan's replacement. Yep, that's what we're going with. A 28-year-old Gen Z conservative commentator with millions of followers across all her social medias. She's here to do what Reagan Conrad couldn't do. And you know how I know? Well, other than the test run she's had with the Daily Wire boys, she just signed the contract Brett Cooper was supposed to sign before she left. And they damn near begged her to do it. So, let that sink in. Yeah, Reagan's still kicking, but I think it's time we start asking, for how long? And I found that out recording this video. Video sponsored by FlexiSpot. More on that later. Like I said, the contract Isabel signed is pretty crazy. It's the same contract that should have been offered to Brett Cooper. But I think the contract's the main thing that lets you know Reagan's out of here. Before we break down what's in Isabel's contract, we gotta know the difference between a typical Daily Wire Jeremy Boring contract and these new progressive contracts. Luckily, we have Steven Crowder for that.
These people know and acknowledge exactly what's being done to the next generation of creators.
Bench talent, young talent, they don't get deals like this.
So they don't get deals that...
They can be wage slaves for a little bit, come over and make a salary and grow their brand.
That you then own.
Well, I own parts of it. I don't own it. They can, when their contract's up, they can still go out and they'll still be famous. They can keep doing their shows, so go do a show somewhere else. They'll be in a far, far, far better place. You helped make them.
No, not long as this contract. This contract owns it in perpetuity even after the contract. You're paying a lease but getting ownership.
So you don't own your name, channel, really anything. And that's what Brett Cooper found out when she left. She made a new channel, TikTok, and Facebook because Jeremy Boring didn't want to cough up the passwords.
I'm certain that whatever Brett creates next will be filled with the same joy and laughter and heart that she's brought to all of her work at the Daily Wire. We wish her nothing but the best.
They can be wage slaves for a little bit.
So with all this bad coverage about the Daily Wire, signing onto the platform just wasn't as attractive as it used to be. Other than a cupcake deal with Jordan Peterson, they hadn't really brought in any new talent. But it seems like after Jeremy Boring stepped down as CEO, the company's making a complete 180. What people don't know is that the God King Jeremy Boring wasn't the only CEO at the Daily Wire. There was 2 of them. So after Jeremy stepped down, Caleb Robinson, the co-CEO, just took over the role entirely. It seems like he's wasting no time fixing Daily Wire culture behind the scenes. Because Isabel said the reason she even considered taking the contract is because new management was switching shit up.
I just really can't emphasize how unprecedented this is. Isabel did an interview with an online publication called The Conservator. The author noted how this contract specifically looks different than anything out there. Isabel then says, "I've never seen a contract opportunity like this in the conservative media space." She noted there's a change in leadership that helped expedite her through these contract negotiations. The Daily Wire's recent shift in leadership and company culture is what brought her over. They were looking to change things up a bit. How they interacted with talent and new voices needed a fresh perspective in order to determine what the company or future of the company would look like. And I think the fair question to come from that is whether the Daily Wire's previous CEO, Jeremy Boring, was maybe behind those contracts that Brett and Candace seemingly hated so much.
You remember all those leaks and complaints from ex-employees and current ones about the Daily Wire? If Isabel said she likes the direction the new leadership's going, What does that say about the old one? By the way, I know what you're thinking. Isn't that chair sweet? Guys, this video is sponsored by FlexiSpot's ergonomic seat C7 Max. And it's been a game changer for a multitude of reasons. Since I post these YouTube videos daily, I'm at my desk for literally hours at a time. And I thought I had a really good chair until FlexiSpot reached out to me and asked if I wanted to try one of their, new office chairs. I was like, duh, I'll take some free stuff. I didn't know how freaking good this chair was gonna be. My old chair's cushion was pretty soft and, it was fine. But after like 30 minutes, it just starts hurting like your butt, because since it's so soft, you just sink to the bottom where, you start feeling the hard part. And the lumbar support was just garbage because there just wasn't really any. The reason the FlexiSpot C7 chair is so good is because the cushion's soft, but it's still firm. So it offers support and comfort for literally hours. Like, I've sat on this thing for 10-hour periods and literally felt zero pain the whole time. And that's because all the adjustments you can make on the chair. The 3D adjustable headrest tilts any way you want at any height. There's an adjustable backrest that can be lifted or dropped depending on whatever height's comfortable to you. Lumbar support that actually works, because for whatever height you adjust the chair, it follows. And it doesn't just only support the lumbar region, it also supports the sacrum, making it more ergonomic. There's adjustable seat depth for how far you want to be from the backrest. 5D armrests that literally have no limits as to how you can adjust them in height or rotation. And of course, it will recline all the way back and has a footrest. Now, if you're looking for something more budget friendly, you can check out their C5 chair that still has a lot of features and adjustability too. Or if you're looking to get wild, go all out with their C7 Morpher chair, which features a complete upgrade to the lumbar support and backrest. Wish I had gotten that. FlexiSpot's so confident you'll love the product that they have a 30-day risk-free trial return policy and a 10-year warranty with direct replacement for damaged parts. So click the link in the description and use my code C730 to save some money at checkout. Thanks FlexiSpot for sponsoring this video. Isabel's been in this conservative media space for years. She's been on Turning Point, a couple Daily Wire shows, Megyn Kelly. So safe to say she's heard some stuff about these companies and, what it's like behind the scenes. So her being okay with getting on board now kind of makes you wonder how valid some of those Jeremy Boring stories were. But we're getting off topic. Purpose of this video is to find out how I know Reagan's gonna be out of here soon. And even though her views and subscribers are down, that's irrelevant when you hear what's in Isabel's contract. Number one, Isabel still owns everything. The name, her channel, the accounts, she owns everything. Daily Wire has the rights to nothing. Number two, she decides on the structure of the show. Could be 10 minutes long, could be an hour, it could be live, could be pre-recorded. It's her choice. Probably asking, doesn't everybody do that? Well, it depends. In Brett's case, Daily Wire created the comment section format and then, hired her to host. They thought they could just keep swapping out hosts, but nope, Brett made the show. The format did not. So here's the funniest part of the deal, considering when Brett asked for it, she couldn't get it, but Isabel did. Number three, an at-home studio. Isabel gets to stay home. Rumor goes Brett Cooper wanted to do that for a while at the comment section because she didn't like the long drive to the studio, but Jeremy Boring said no, sir. And last but not least, Isabel gets to walk away at any time. How about them apples? You see why I think Reagan's out of here? If new management is basically throwing money at this new person that literally fills the same box Reagan does and tells them you own everything, just put our logo at the bottom. What else do you need to know about Reagan's future? Her views are down, her subs are down. They're hiring a replacement. And I'm sure this is all because of the new management. Because when Jeremy was there, he was the only one protecting her like a prize fighter or some shit. Like she was the chosen one. Caleb took over and he was like, all right, Jeremy's gone. We got to get this Reagan chick out of here. But my liege, Darth, no one to replace her. You're right. Tell you what, you know that Isabel girl we've been looking at for a while? Yes, my liege. Get her on contract. But my liege, thanks to Lord Crowder, no one will ever sign the bullshit we serve. Okay, just tell her she can keep everything. Just, have her put our logo at the bottom. Yeah, I'd say that's how that conversation went. And by the way, they really don't have to get rid of Reagan. This whole thing could have been avoided. I mean, yeah, you could have just kept Brett or, end the comment section channel when she left. But even if you decided to go through with the swap, one, Simple change, and we wouldn't be here talking about Reagan's new replacement. Because, let's be real, even for the lack of on-camera talent you may think Reagan has, dude, she still has a whole production team. Lights, cameras, makeup, editors. She even talks about, you know, trending topics or whatever. It's not like she's in her kitchen filming on some fucking potato. So the actual problem's way more complicated than you think. But the solution has always been easy. Reagan would literally go viral if they take all her new videos from the comment section and put them on a channel with 0 subscribers. Let me explain. So let's talk about the YouTube algorithm if you've ever wanted to know why videos go viral. When you have subscribers, YouTube sends your new videos to them first. If a good amount of your subscribers clicks the notifications and watches most of the videos and drops a like, and the algorithm thinks, okay, subscribers like it, let's find some new people. The problem is Reagan uploads to a channel with 4 million subs and all 4 million of them don't click the video because they're bread subscribers. So YouTube's algorithm's like, guess the video's not that interesting, and they suppress it. A new channel for Reagan would have been the best method, because at least you'll have the Daily Wire machine of editors, cameras, scripts, and all the new subscribers she gets on that channel would be there for her, which allows her new uploads to have a chance of blowing up. You'd think the Daily Wire would know this, but then again, I don't know. Reagan's a tough watch. During the Brett Cooper drama, I compared Brett and Reagan's on-camera skills. It's obvious Brett was better because, you know, she had more years to do it. And with Reagan, it just seemed like she was doing a Brett Cooper impression, so, you know, we wouldn't feel too much of a change. But since then, she just seems over it, you know? Seems like she's just counting down the days.
So this is the new Vogue, the August edition of Vogue. So she's in 2 different outfits, produced by some artist on AI. So people saw this, and obviously they haven't said what element of these photos is produced via AI, but regardless, the fact that we even have to think that that woman is probably AI is crazy to me. And they're just using AI tools to tweak her hair or to, I don't know, with the photoshopping.
I wonder if they're giving her, like, any guarantees. Like, you're here to stay for sure. I mean, like I said, she's not bad, and it seems like she's just more comfortable being herself now. Anyway, let's see the new girl.
That's an interesting perspective, namely because statistically, even today, married women with children are overwhelmingly self-reporting themselves to be the happiest in society. We're overcorrecting in so many ways for maybe potentially flawed narratives of the past or incomplete narratives of the past, which we call a pendulum shift, but honestly looks a whole lot more like propaganda to me when we're inventing realities that don't reflect indicative in normal society.
I believe her more. Like, I don't know. I believe her more. It's like there's direction. It's like she has like conviction. It's like she's speaking with a purpose, you know? Reagan's like, yeah, today guys, we're gonna watch this. Swap's gonna work, man. And by swap, I mean just canceling the comment section and bringing in Isabel to fill in, you know, that Gen Z hole. I think since Isabel's already established and has a following and, you know, her own channel, it's gonna be different than all that Brett Cooper drama from earlier this year. New management's trying to repair the narrative and bring back all the young viewers they lost after getting rid of Candace and Brett. And every time I look at those two's newfound success after leaving the Daily Wire, I just laugh. Every day Candace Owens is in a new headline. Whether it's being sued by France, interviewing Harvey Weinstein, or being subpoenaed by Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. And Brett Cooper just seems like the weight of the world got lifted off her shoulders. New ranch, first kid on the way. She went on tour, now she's sparking up live streams. 2 huge stars. The Daily Wire just kicked out and left out to dry. But they had no idea that their star power would succeed the companies. One thing's for sure. If you supported the comment section and tuned in every day to get a quick bite of news with great commentary and good production, not only has that not been the case for months, as far as the commentary is concerned, but the channel you know and love it's probably closing up shop pretty soon. Because with Isabel's new show coming out in the fall, wouldn't be surprised if Reagan's new contract ended around that same time too. But maybe not. What do I know? Just a guy in a chair.
Soon I'll be 60 years old. Will I think the world is cold, or will I